economy. So we're going to be here with this amazing view over the course of the morning, speaking to people who think it's a great idea. One man who runs his business from home, and we'll find out whether it is such great news for the economy. More from me a little later. I'll see you then.
Thank you very much. I know lots of people getting in touch as well, Ben. Thank you.
Let's see, time now, 7:22. Disabled children are being excluded from play areas because of fears over health and safety. That's according to an inquiry chaired by Lord Blunkett.
The research also found that many play settings in England and Wales were not accessible to children with multiple needs.
Yes, we're joined here in the studio by Richard Kramer from the deaf-blind charity Sense, which carried out the study, along with Liz and Simon Randall, their children Luke and Isabel. Very good morning to you. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Now, tell us a bit about Luke. Luke, right now, fast asleep, on Dad's shoulder.
It's a bit early for Luke.
Tell us a little bit about Luke and how this has affected you.
Luke is 5 and he's got all sorts of issues going on, and we luckily became in contact with Sense, who then established that he was blind and deaf, which was amazing in terms of what we then could understand about Luke. He's got other issues going on as well, so he's very complex. But in terms of play, it's quite tricky going to an average playground because, you know, things are just not suitable really for him.
I'm not sure whether I should ask Simon a question or not, if he's going to wake up. Tell us a little about some of the practical problems it throws up for you.
Well, because Luke's effectively deaf and blind, he can't hear anyone shouting, you know, get out of the way or things like that. He can't see trip hazards and things like that. He's got low muscle tone, so most of the equipment that we have to play on he can't use. I mean, effectively he can go in a baby swing, but now he's getting to 5. There's not a lot else he can do. He can't go down a slide or on a roundabout. So there's a lot that he can't actually access.
And they're not alone. You're not alone in this happening as well, Rich. I know you've been looking into this. I mean, we can see there are particular needs, but what is your concern they're just not being catered for?
Absolutely. Our report showed that 9 out of 10 parents said their children didn't have the same access to play. And we've also heard that 1 in 2 are turned away from play settings.
And turned away, what do you mean? So they go there and they're told they're not welcome, or how does it work?
A range of things. So it may be lack of training from staff, so they say they can't meet their personal needs or their communication needs. It may be problems with physical access, lack of changing places, lack of suitable sensory equipment. But the main issues were negative attitudes by staff and sometimes parents towards disabled children.
Have you had? Can you reflect that? What happens?
It's yes, it has happened, and I have to say not massively recently, and you do sort of create a bit of a barrier yourself as a consequence of it. But yes, you can often be in a playground. We have been. As I said, not massively recently, and you are aware that parents are steering their children around and away from this child who, I don't know, possibly is contagious. I don't really know what's going on in the parents' minds, but it is I think it's a fear factor, and it's just that lack of knowledge, isn't it, of knowing exactly.
Isabel, it's lovely to have you here, by the way. Presumably, how much do you like going to parks? What playgrounds? What sort of things do you like doing?
Well, I mostly like to do swimming because I have been swimming since I was 6 months old, and I just love it.
Right, and you like...
Luke, he loves the water, so he usually comes with us, but he's usually hasn't got time for us.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? And what do you think needs to be done, Richard? What would you like to see change? Because presumably it means for all these places that run these, you know, play areas, etc., it's going to cost them money as well, isn't it?
Yes. I mean, what we're looking for is for government to give greater recognition to play, because play is so important in terms of early development and helping a child explore the world and to communicate with their families. Play gives children the best start in life. And that's why we're saying there really needs to be more investment in play settings through early years funding, so Luke and other children can have the same access to play as anyone else.
OK, thank you very much, and thank you all very much for coming to join us. And Luke, he's been fast asleep. It's really sweet. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Oh, you wake him up, Isabel. A government spokesman said we are committed to ensuring disabled children can access early years education and that play opportunities